welcome you on this Wednesday edition of our Word of Encouragement. I would like to go to a Christmas passage today. And the reason I want to do that is for us to keep a big vision. It's very easy for us as we look at our national scene and then even the international scene. Things happening in Israel, things happening from China and other places, and we can begin to just feel overwhelmed at the obvious work of the evil one to stop the work of Christ. But yet we need to be encouraged that God is working, and God has promised that He will work throughout the entire world. In the wonderful passage that we often quote, where the angels spoke to the shepherds in Luke chapter 2, we read in verse 10, "And the angel said unto them, Fear not, for behold, I bring you good tidings of great joy, which shall be to all people." Christ's coming was going to be, of course, the opportunity for everyone to be saved. That would include every people group, every language group, all around the world throughout all these years. But often we look at, well, what about that part of the world? And what about what's going on right now? Well, I get very encouraged when I go to Revelation chapter 5 and see around the throne people from every people group, every kindred, every tongue, every group. It's very specific in what it says, which tells us that God is working. And I get thrilled when I hear of the courageous work of people going to unreached people groups in our day and how God is just mightily working. And I firmly believe, because of what 2 Peter 3 says, that God's not willing that any should perish. And I believe that though the coming of the Lord could be very soon, it could be today, of course, I believe God has been holding off because His burden is to reach the whole world. And so we've got to believe that even these negative news events we're hearing, the encroachment upon our freedom, the moral revolution that is just very disturbing, and how that is all around the world, and we just see so many things that concern us, we need to realize that God can use everything for His own purpose of sending forth the gospel. And God is working. Thousands of people are being saved every day. God is working on every continent. It is just a thrill to see that God is on the throne. And so we need to be faithful in our corner of the world. Instead of being discouraged and maybe becoming passive, we need to realize that God wants us to be part of the team. We're supposed to be part of this great endeavor to reach this entire world with the gospel. There's been bad news for the last 2 millennia, and there'll continue to be bad news. But the good news is what we've got to get out. And so I want to encourage you, just allow God to cause you to rise up, and you do your part, and I need to do my part to see God work mightily in our areas to accomplish His perfect will in this day.